Hey guys, welcome to this edition of Doug's Desk. I'm Doug, your host, and this is my desk. We're going to try something, sort of a new feature with Doug's Desk, and it's one I'm kind of excited about, but we're going to try to identify, just over the next couple months or whatever, a handful of different resources that I find personally helpful and just kind of recommend them to you. Hopefully they'll help you in this sort of journey called life. And so one of the things that, I don't know about you guys, but one of the challenges I face personally, but then also in our family is kind of keeping technology in its proper place. And I know this is anybody in our world who's living today is likely a challenge that you share. Technology has become such a huge piece of our culture, such a huge piece of our world and our lives, that if we're not careful, it can slowly sort of take over our lives. And so we want to kind of guard against that. And especially if you're raising kids, I mean, that is a huge challenge. There's peer pressure involved, and your kids' friends have all the latest devices and technology. And just the reality is your kids would love to stare at a screen all day long. And so what do? How do you face those challenges? How are we equipped to kind of navigate this tech world that we live in? Well, here's a helpful resource I found helpful. It's called the TechWise Family. It's by Andy Crouch. And I read it a couple years ago, and it is a super helpful resource to help really think through how do you keep technology in its proper place. And that's the goal of the book. Everyday steps. It's an incredibly practical resource. Everyday steps for putting technology in its proper place. And so I found this really, really helpful. One of the ways that he kind of approaches just writing out the book is he identifies a handful of commitments that his family have kind of developed to keep technology in their same place. And so just to give you a flavor, I'll just name a few of the commitments. Here's one. We wake up before our devices do, and they go to bed before we do. And I don't know about you guys, but it can be very tempting to start your morning right away and reach for your phone and start your first 15 minutes of your day on your phone, or the last 15 minutes of your day scrolling through Facebook or looking at stuff on the phone. And a commitment to make is that you put the phone down, it goes to sleep before you go to sleep. But to me, that's just a helpful, wise commitment. Here's another one. We aim for no screens before double digits at school and at home. And so just the time of day when they turn their screens on, double digits in terms of what time of day it is kind of what they're aiming for. We use screens. Here's another one. We use screens for a purpose, and we use them together rather than using them aimlessly and alone. That one really resonated with me. Here's another one. Car time is conversation time. And so he goes on and he just develops and shares a handful of commitments that they've made as a family, and then how they actually honor those commitments, how they implement them within the context of their home. And so, again, this is a challenge. Technology is a challenge that every single one of us faces, and we're constantly tempted to let it just kind of govern and rule our life. And how do we raise our kids and keep them from really from allowing that to happen, and from keeping the most important things as the most important things in their life, okay? So this is a helpful tool. Really recommend you check it out. We have 3 copies that we want to just give away, okay? So if you think that this would be something that would be helpful for you, we want to bless you. We want to help you in your journey of keeping technology in its proper place in your home. And all you have to do is just like this post, maybe share the post and add a comment, and then we'll identify 3. We'll draw sort of 3 families that will bless this book with a free copy of this book. Okay, so hopefully you guys, if not, maybe just Google it, check it out, and just even consider how maybe you can work towards keeping technology in its proper place in your home. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you guys have a fantastic week.